Great greetings, everybody. This is Jill Flowers coming to you live and direct, or maybe recorded and direct from Brooklyn. I am your soul activist. I am the spiritual curator, so to speak, for the Soul Depot. And I want to talk about forgiveness. I wrote a blog. I'm going to embed this in my blog. So hopefully you read the blog first and now you're coming to me. And if not, read the blog afterwards, because I talk about one of my experiences with forgiveness. I've had a lot. I've had to forgive a lot, as we all have. But I am talking about forgiveness right now because we need it in the time that we're living in. We need a spiritual tool that we can put in our toolbox that can help us as we move through what can be just some challenges right now, And so I want to say forgiveness for me is a daily practice. I am a mother, I am a wife, among a whole bunch of other things that I am. And I need to forgive. And sometimes I need to forgive daily. And sometimes I need to forgive 2 and 3 times in a day. Sometimes I need to just let that go and just step into my power and forgive. That's right. Step into your power and forgive, because forgiveness detracts from who you are. And if you are one of my participants in the Bury the Superwoman, Raise the Queen Soul Shop, this is a component of the Queen. We didn't really get into it, but this is a component of the Queen, to be able to absolve and to move on, to let it go. And so I'm going to try to make this quick because I have a short attention span, and some of you probably do too. So I want to try and make this quick, and I want to give you three myths. I want to dispel 3 myths around forgiveness. So when I was, I don't even know how old I was. I was a kid, maybe teenager, 20. I don't know. But for a really long time, I felt like this is what I would say. I would say, I can forgive, but I can't forget. I can forgive, but I can't forget. And I got it from my oldest sister, Kim. Shout out to Kim. I had no clue, even though I was following biblical readings, I had no clue that true forgiveness is memory loss, completely forgetting, forgiving and forgetting, and putting it aside, not even thinking about it. Or if you do think about it, you have a completely different way that you're now thinking about what happened, the event or the person. So I think sometimes we think, well, I can forgive, but I'm not going to forget. And the holding on to that memory is the thing that will bring you down. The person has moved on. Maybe you even talked to the person, you said sorry, they said sorry, you guys high-fived, hugged, whatever, and moved on. You are still remembering. And it's really happens a lot in marriages. It happens a lot in relationships. I marry people. I'm reverend, and I've gone through some work with some people, and that bringing up us wives. I'm guilty of it. Us wives are able to just remember every single little detail and remember when, and then throw that back up. That stuff, if you and your partner, or you and your friend, or you and the person, if you have agreed that it is over and it is done, and you guys have reconciled, then it's over and it's done. Forget it. So I think that we believe that we can forgive and then we can not forget. That's not true forgiveness. The other thing Forgiveness is about you. It is about your personal journey. It is about your personal power. And the fact is, true forgiveness takes an immense amount of courage. It also takes being humble. It takes having compassion. That's all you. That courage, that humility, that compassion, that's tapping into your divinity, not the other person's. So we are like, so-and-so did this and so-and-so did that, and this person did this to me. And the fact of the matter is, you're not a victim. You're here on the earth alive. You're not a victim. And when you can take that victim mentality and put it to the side and tap into what is already inside of you, then you can see how big and how beautiful and how wonderful you are. So this is a big lesson. It's a lesson that's more than, the time that I'm going to give it now. But yeah, forgiveness is about you. It's not about anybody else but you. Boo. The other thing that I want to say about forgiveness is we don't really talk about this. This is like the secret of unforgiveness, is we don't forgive. We're unwilling to do it when we feel like we get a kind of like some power from it, right? We want to control the situation. So we want to be like, I'm not talking to you until blah, 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 blah. I'm not speaking to you. I stopped speaking to that person. I don't talk to that person. No, we fell out. This happened, that happened. And like a little, just want to add something really quickly. You can forgive without the other person. I had a lot of issues with God. Trust and believe. I had a lot of issues with my mother dying at 14. And so I had to do work without seeing a God in human form come and sit down with me and cross his legs and say, come on, let's talk, Jill. I had to do work around my mother without her being here and present with me. So there's some things that I've learned, some tools that I use around forgiveness that I don't really need the person to be in my face. So that's my little interjection. I just want to get back to the I'm calling it the secret of forgiveness. It's about people who think, or we think, that we are hurting someone. We're controlling a situation. And again, you're not. You're only hurting yourself. That pain you feel, you're the one carrying it. That heaviness you feel, those tears you cry, that's you. That's on you. When you are unwilling to forgive somebody, and I got this, when I really, really got this, you are bonded to that person. You are chained and linked to that person. Those memories, those energetic memories that you have, you are hunched over, walking around, carrying the weight of all that somebody did to you. And then you seeing them on Instagram and Facebook, and they're in, I don't know, jumping off cliffs, swimming, chilling, doing whatever it is that they do. So I want to do like a part 2 to this. I just want to awaken you right now to a couple of things that forgiveness is. The Course of Miracles says that forgiveness is that forgiveness transforms your perspective. It shifts your perspective. And the first thing that you need to do if you really want to forgive is to decide. To decide. That's it. That's it. And so this is it for now. I want to probably do like a couple of different videos around forgiveness of God, forgiveness of yourself, because we've made some mistakes. Some of us, including myself, I had to deal with a lot of things before I went on to become ordained. I wasn't sure if I was worthy of the title of minister or reverend. So forgiveness of yourself, forgiveness of others, and how to forgive when the person's not around, when the person may have passed on, when the person, you may not be able to even find the person anymore. So this is it for now. This is a little bit longer than I wanted to go, but I thought these were some important things. Please, if you need to share below. Check out this new channel. My website is www.thesouldepot. You can learn more about me, jillflowers.com, at jillflowers.com. If you want to get married and you want a really deep, personal, intimate, beautiful, spiritual, romantic, unforgettable wedding, I am the one. I'm the one. I'm the one. Sorry, I'm tooting my own horn. Sometimes, like, we should be able to do that. But thank you for watching. Thank you for coming in. I love you. I love you. Thank you. Thank you.